lost one cannot hear you. She walks again the paths she forsook, wading through familiar darkness. Well met, my friend. Strange to see you beneath these noisy skies. I find I much prefer the quiet depths of the sea. There is a place in the depths that calls you. A domain both mine and not mine, lingering on the seabed for centuries. I have a certain fondness for it. I once helped it grow, yet from the beginning, it has been stagnant. Its beginning was your doing, Arthur. Now that you have returned, help it move at last. Quite so. Though it would do you good to show some respect for your king. It calls itself the Sanctuary of Sarras. That is a name you should remember, my friend. After all, you would not be here without it. By descending into the coldest depths of the sea. How else? Do not fear. You will not drown. I will not permit it. But there, my part ends. What follows is yours to shape. I trust you will not keep me waiting too long, my friend.
Stod forfra her i vurtato. Osab. Aramusil nago isuya.
Meeting him made me reflect on one thing. How many great knights were swallowed by their ambition to sit at the round table. Somewhere along the way, things must have gone terribly wrong. If men could kill one another for something that was meant to be an honor, I pity the lost knights of this world. I'm glad this one will have a chance to fight at his king's side and serve me, as he always wished to.
must. I must get in. I'll convince the twins. They'll let me in. I'll reach the sanctuary at last. I'll see the sanctuary as soon as I get my sight back. No time to talk. No one will reach the sanctuary before me. It calls to me. I can hear it calling. I must hold on just a little longer. I thought the sanctuary wanted a sacrifice. I drank the water of life from the chapel. The body doesn't matter. Only the eyes of the soul do. Just a little longer. I'll descend into the sanctuary. Fools. Only I matter. Only I can descend into the sanctuary. No, don't drink. Don't drink. Don't drink the water of life. Try me. Try me, and maybe then I'll be worthy. The shrine will hear my plea.
The one unready for the descent.
Worry not. The blood upon your hands will fade.
The waters of the descent shall cleanse what remains.
If you are the one,
In the Age of Legends, as King Arthur waged his fateful war against the Four Dwellers, countless lesser tales unfolded in the shadows of that great struggle. Stories shaped by hardship and danger. Stories that would evolve for centuries to come. One such tale, nearly forgotten on Avalon, tells of a rebellion rising within Arthur's own ranks. Nimue, a young disciple of Merlin, shaken by the horrors of war, longed to return to the homelands, even if it meant defying her king. Led by her resolve, the rebels gathered several of Arthur's finest ships, including the proud flagship Sarras, and set their course for home, no matter the cost. But Merlin, they say, would never suffer betrayal. Drawing upon ancient, forbidden forces, he unleashed a wrath destined to be remembered, turning the deserters' escape into a spectacle burned into the memory of all who served Arthur. 6 centuries later, a lone wanderer steps towards a hidden, long-forgotten passage, ready to uncover the truth behind the legend of Sarras and the fate of those who dared to turn their backs on Avalon.
She's impatient, the lady. She'll hear you. You must not deny the lady's name in vain. She calls for change. We must accept it. The waves of knowledge are ever present. Nothing will change that. But change is inevitable. Forgive me. All these thoughts at once. I feel as though I'm drowning in the waves of knowledge. But you're here. You're here, just as it was foretold. The wave of change follows you, and soon it will spread across all of Sarras. He is here with you, isn't he? The song I heard was true. A song given to me by a messenger who has already met with you twice. This messenger, he came to me. Twice. The first time, he kindled hope. The second time, your meeting was far more direct. By then, he was certain the king truly returned. And this time, for good. And with that, I dared to think even this place might be changed. Names. Names. I know I should have them, yet I don't know them, or perhaps I simply don't care. What I should care about is purpose. Purpose and meaning. Those are brought to me by the mighty messenger, although I don't think that's his proper name. Naming names, what a horror! I only know this. You're here because you're meant to be here. You have your purpose. A place of torment. A place of deliverance. Our place. But to be precise, right now, we stand before the Tower of the Depths. And you stand among us, unthinkable. Wondrous beyond words. A need. Everyone has something they need, don't they? I know well what yours is. The head of the Carnix, that once rested above on the upper floor. Now stolen by a wretched thief. Where was I heading? Anyway. Ah, yes, thoughts. Whirling memories. Rise up, but wither at once. That is your need. Yes, do that. At once. Now, go. Deal with the thief. Bring back what was lost. And then we shall speak again. But wait. Where are you supposed to go? There's a cave nearby. I can hear the Carnix faintly calling from within. Someone wishes to keep me out. But they do not expect you. You won't face the same problem. I can hardly wait to hear that sound once more.
I know that smell. The stench of a landlubber. Better turn back while you still can. This is no place to lose your way. Well, well. Look what crawled into this filthy hole with me. I haven't seen a live one down here in, never. Come to roll in the muck with us? Familiarize yourself with our stench. Want to smell the rotting glory of the sanctuary and all its foul denizens? Name's Squall. I run my own den. I carve it in the likeness of the seas I sailed and the shores I saw on the surface. The outside, this Sarras. It is a foul mockery, an insult to true sea dogs. This isn't a place for the likes of you, with your sun-kissed skin and fresh air in your lungs. Piss off before you start growing barnacles on your back. It ain't a pleasant feeling. Ah, so you must be Josephus's precious service brat. He must be ecstatic. Or he would be, if his head weren't like a morning scramble. Truth be told, I prefer him that way. The nonsense he spews now is better than his usual. So, I stole the Carnix. What of it? To snuff out any chance of light crawling back to this damned shore. To let those cockroaches rot in the dark a little longer. Besides, I like the dark. It covers what shouldn't be seen. The growths, the feelers, the greenish-gray skin that shouldn't still be walking around. I stole the Carnix so Sarras could be true to itself. You've walked into a graveyard, surface brat, and graveyards deserve darkness. They deserve quiet. They deserve to be forgotten. You don't say. They betrayed the sea, robbed us of a sailor's death, They put their faith in that horrible thing, and what they built out there, it is an abomination. Traitors and oathbreakers, the lot of them. Is that what Josephus calls this? Living, stupid surface brat. You're making yourself a puppet in his hands. And when you try to cut the strings, he'll cut you. I'm not giving you the Carnix. I'll fight for it tooth and nail until that husk of a body won't hold me no more. Quick. Fishy's got more blood than you.
you have it. You know what to do. When everything is done, we shall speak of what comes next. I can't. I mustn't. I need to be patient. It will be over soon. Oh, finally, our Sarras in all its glory. I never knew I would miss it this much. The sound that resonates and quickens the spirit. It is good to hear it once more. And this light. I had almost forgotten how beautiful it is. It brings clarity and quiets the mind. Forgive me for my indisposition earlier. At times, an excess of sights and knowledge seems to overwhelm me. Allow me to introduce myself, this time in a proper way. I am Josephus, a sailor of Captain Lear's crew. Glad to welcome you in the sanctuary of Sarras, child of the surface. Tell me, was it Squall who dared steal the Carnix? I understand. It's a shame he ended up like a common thief, defying the destiny of Sarras. Squall was bosun to Captain Lear, a damn loyal one. He never questioned the hierarchy aboard the ship. If he dared steal the Carnix, then little remains of the fine sailor he was in the old days. I think that after all that befell us, he came to bear a grievance against us. That theft was just petty malice to show disrespect. Crude, is it not? Anyway, he's gone now. We should let him rest. Ah, yes. The next step. You were brought here at Nimwe's bidding. She wishes to meet you. Yet she lies beyond the deepest of depths, and only Captain Lear knows the path to her. But here we are. The hour has come. We must rouse that old cur from his slumber. And for that, the melody of the deep must be played once more. I will need the help of my old companions, Ercol and Apps. This is the second thing I ask of you, child of the surface. You must find them and persuade them to play their part. Each of them remains bound to what was appointed to them. Apps is the caretaker of the children of the one who gave us life. You will find him in the Ulcerate. And Ercol tends to the Lord of the Sea's knowledge in the archive. It's truly a sacred duty. He made sure that nobody would trouble him. Just be careful, child of the surface. It has been a long time since I last spoke with these two. Sarras is not a safe place, and their domains might have turned even more spiteful. Stay vigilant, though something tells me your presence here isn't mere coincidence. When you convince them, we'll meet at the chapter house, and consider yourself invited, of course. Trust me, you won't want to miss the moment we play the organ. Ah, and here, this is for you. Some parts of the sanctuary require you to cut into their bowels to enter, and they won't yield to any surface blade.
astonished, and it's hard to find the right words. I would never have imagined that an underwater kingdom lay so close to Avalon's shores. Let us study it carefully. I want to learn how it came to be, and why it called to us. I have a feeling this will be quite an intriguing journey.
So it was you who brought the light back to our land, was it? Thank you. Genuinely. I felt suffocated. The darkness kept me trapped here, and I've been stuck in one place for too many years already. It doesn't matter. You'll meet others like me, reef-bounds, and I'll treat you with proper respect. As for me, I'd rather see myself disappear into the sea of knowledge. Because of the shifting waves, I ended up stranded here, but thanks to you, I can finally move on. Forward, if the Lord of the Depths allows it. I've heard of a place where I won't be disturbed. That's what I miss the most, Toplander. A bit of peace. Oh yes, very much so. I'm escaping the cage built for me by the one who should have been closest to my heart. I'm running from guilt and injustice. The kind that gets planted in your mind and grows until you start believing it's your own. Tell me, how would you feel if someone dear to you kept saying they couldn't live without you, even though you know it isn't true? Then why keep doing it to yourself? You actually believed it? Take it from me. As long as your loved one still has their own tail and fins, they'll manage just fine without you. Let them shout, let them throw things, but don't fall for their games. It's not worth it. Took me years to realize I was just a pawn in someone else's game, letting myself be used. But I finally found the strength to walk away, and I won't let anyone stop me again.
So, you have come. This is the chapter house. A beautiful place, is it not? So full of calm. It is far more welcoming when Sarras is not wrapped in darkness. Make yourself at home. If you have any questions, I will try to answer them. And if you have not yet spoken with the other residents of the chapter house, I believe they will be glad to meet you. It was his doomed song that gave birth to all of this. Sarras, once a ship that braved the boundless seas, now a sanctuary on the ocean floor. Lear was a true captain. He would not forsake Sarras, even as it sank to its end. Nor did he abandon us, his most loyal crew. He became our heresiarch and the first saint. Think. What did our dear Nimue tell me? It was of great pain and long, tiring waiting. It was also something about the need to let go of old hopes and the need to move on, but I do not remember her exact words. We did not speak directly. Nimue's will was passed to me through the twins. Only Lear could talk to Nimue face to face. Only Lear. Giant... Please remember that the twins are not just some common fish. They are the 8th generation of the Carers. Like Abysodontis, they hatched from the first row left to us by the Lord of the Seas himself. I must admit, I am somewhat offended by such ignorance. With that attitude, you will not get far, child. When we descended to the depths and Sarras became a sanctuary, the Lord of the Seas gave us the road that would begin the first generations of his children. Abysodontis and the twins are but 2 among the many creatures he gave life to. Yes, Sarras is bound to its sound. Its tremble can awaken the sanctuary. In the old days, the Carnic served Captain Lear and his lieutenants to announce that it was time to set out on the next voyage. The organ, on the other hand, were the muscles that bore it across the water. Lear played the melody according to the length of the journey and the peril of the seas he sailed. In this art, he was without equal. Yes, thank you. It's kind of you to ask. My memories come and go like the tide. Too much knowledge does not serve me well. Sometimes I remember everything at once. Vast torrents of understanding pour over me as if I were standing beneath a waterfall. And the next day, I may barely recall who I am. Memories and knowledge are taking my breath. Now it is bearable. Before you brought the Carnics, I felt uneasy in my own mind. Ah yes, Tristan. That is what a broken heart looks like. Poor soul. As he drowned, he saw the love of his life, Isolde, in our Nimue. He fell in love with her and swore he would guard her for eternity. Yes, I think so. I do not know if it was a grieving heart that turned his love toward another, trying to reach for anything, or if, to him, Isolde and Nimue truly became one and the same. I have to admit that I never met Lady Isolde myself. Perhaps the right question is whether she ever truly existed, or she is only a part of a tale about a bold knight searching for his lady. He has sat in the chapter house for a long time now, watching so no one brings harm to the one who'll be able to reach Nimue. He even frightened Lear once, when he heard that he wished to raise his hand against her. I think, deep within, he awaits the moment he may finally look upon his beloved. Yet he will wait as long as the depths bar the way to Nimue. Peace in death. That is impossible. Tristan is cursed with eternal drowning. Love binds him to life. No matter how many times he falls in battle, he comes back. After many deaths, he finally stops speaking. Just like that. I haven't seen that old fellow in a long time, to be honest. I've no idea what he's up to now. But back in the day, when we both served as Sarras' crewmen, he was always uptight and followed orders to the letter. Off duty, he was always writing something or buried in books, gathering knowledge. It's no surprise the Lord of the Seas chose him to be the caretaker of the archive. He was the only one who truly seemed destined for the job, and actually enjoyed it. Ah, that one was a real sea dog. He was a pirate until Captain Lear claimed him for service aboard his ship. He cared most for the crew, even if it meant barking orders or taking up the whip when needed. It's only fitting he ended up looking after the Lord's children. Don't let his cold demeanor fool you. He's got the most fiery and caring heart of us all. May Sarras treat you gently.
Well, well, well. Aren't you something? Josephus was right. The Child of the Surface actually exists. What a surprise. And that Carnix thing, that was your doing, wasn't it? I thought so. Now I wonder if you'll manage to bring the other organists. But enough about you. I'm Merrick. If you're willing, we can strike a bargain. I never fully believed all those stories about the Child of the Surface. Why would anyone ever come down here from up there? And Josephus tends to tangle facts. Sometimes he speaks about two unrelated things, as if they were somehow connected. I think it's something with his head. Not enough air in there, perhaps. Or maybe that is when he truly is himself. But it happens to everyone, doesn't it? Abs and Urkol. Those two are not quite the charmers Josephus is. One adores violence, the other hoards words. Knowledge. What's the use of it when we're trapped in a place like this anyway? Papa would like us to have us near him, no doubt. And still, we're left to curl up here, beneath the roots. Lord of the seas, terror of the deep. He bears many names, for he is manifold and unfathomable. Like the sea itself, the sea is his domain, and we are his faithful, his children. Some believe we should find a way to let the sea into Sarras, to become one with the rest of our father's house, the infinite waters. He's a feisty one. He has to be to perform his duties. He tends to our Lord's children, raises them, tames them, and tries not to be eaten in the process. The children are always hungry, you know. Be careful when entering his domain. The ulcerate. You might end up as a meal yourself. He isn't human anymore. I doubt he ever truly was. His mind is entirely devoted to the will of the Lord and his knowledge. Try not to disturb him while he's working. And for the love of the sea, never, ever bring disorder into his dominion. It could harm Sarras as we know it. Joseph has told me the story of the founding of this place 100 times over. And each time, he's just as drunk on his own words. The chapter house this, the chapter house that. From that whole ramble, I remember only this much. He built it together with the other three. Lear, Urkel, and Apps. Back when they still felt anything nice for one another. Now Lear sleeps, and the organists are divided. Problem is hardly the right word. Problems are for friends or lovers. Something drove the organists apart. That much is certain. No one dared to ask what. Oh yes, I knew him well. Long ago, at the very beginning, he would visit the chapter house from time to time. He seemed like a sweet boy, a bit shy. Always absorbed in browsing my wares. That cave of his. He truly tried to carve a place for himself there. But I think he carried a great deal of grief inside him. A longing for things that could never be. I never thought it would drive him to such madness. Not much to tell about that cutie. Poor fool. His heart lies in pieces. He must like it here. I think that he even liked it when Sarras fell into the shadows. That happens from time to time. It goes dark, and everything becomes quiet. It's getting dangerous out there. There are creatures that love to lurk in the shadows. The chapter house is usually closed by then. Only Josephus can leave. That's usually when he plays the Carnix. But this time it was stolen. And Josephus started acting weird. But then you brought the Carnix. And with it, You brought a bit of light back into our lives. How sweet of you. I'm sure you'll find something pretty. When you need to make a deal, you know where to find me.
Toughlander, it's you! The Lord of the Depths has shown us mercy after all. Feed me a deep weller's flesh, and I will grant you passage deeper into our realm. Those vile things mock me, bite me, disturb my peace. I demand justice for their misdeeds. I have waited for this for so long. This is extraordinary. No one has ever offered me such a thing to consume. And yet, you are a Toplander. You must use my passage, even if it requires the sacrifice of an innocent life. Thank you. Now, drift straight ahead. Child of the surface, you bring knowledge that none other possesses. Share it with me, and I will open for you the passage to the Temple of Knowledge. Now we're talking. I too share that sentiment. Then let us tackle a subject which might be a wee bit controversial around these parts. Tell me, what do you know about dictatorship, Toplander? That's one way to look at it. But what if your dictator is, quite literally, the very heart of your realm? Changes your perspective, doesn't it? It doesn't mean everyone has to like it. It's simply how things work here. She is the seal that binds this place together. The reason Sarras exists in the form you see now. Lady Nimue is everywhere. She sees and knows everything. Because she's connected to every living thing here. Or so the locals believe. So it's only logical. There is no free will here. Only the will of Lady Nimue. If that isn't a dictatorship, I don't know what is.
Perhaps I'm not. Or perhaps I'm merely obscuring my intentions, goading you to say things that would insult all the good denizens of this kingdom. But maybe it's precisely the opposite. So don't be too concerned with what ifs and what not. Your goal is to open the door by entertaining me with your true knowledge. So give me your honest answer. Based on everything you've seen and learned, do you approve of the way we do things around here? She doesn't? One could argue that she understood a kingdom has to enforce certain shared ideals before attaining true freedom. The Toplanders taught her this lesson well. You yourself seem to be the exact type who usually exercises their freedom through violence. Liberty for me, not for thee. You're quick to cast judgment, but I wonder if you see an alternative to our system. What can be done, apart from being a docile part of our ruler? I can't see any alternative. Your king is a part of you? Is that a joke? No? No, it's not. No more talking theory. This is genuine knowledge. The direct opposite of how we do things around here. Fascinating. Mind-blowing even. So, tell me, how is it? Interesting. But at the same time, not really. You make it sound like a 20-year marriage. I suppose at the end of the day, each of us has to look at ourselves as just one part of a greater whole. In any case, thank you for sharing your perspective. I have gained knowledge about you, and that is the truest gift you could have given me. A door into another world. And on that note, you may use me now.
For a moment I thought Morgan had bewitched my eyes. But no, they weren't deceiving me. You're here, and you're not one of us. I'm so glad to meet you. I'm Naughtalim, the local fillet knife master. Oh, yes, my child. We all know. Do you really think news in an underwater kingdom travels by sound, like it does on the surface? That would be terribly inefficient. Your arrival sent a wave through the depths, heard by anyone willing to listen. And most of them are afraid of you, my child. But now that I see with my own eyes, I find nothing evil about you. I'm very good at reading the intentions of deep dwellers, but you're the first Toplander I've ever met. So I can only hope I'm not wrong. By the way, if you ever find yourself needing to reach the Ulcerate, you'd better not. It's a dangerous place, even for deep dwellers, let alone Toplanders. My dear, mark my words. A cook, you say? From what little I know, your cooks on the surface love using fire. Frying, roasting, smoking. Oh, you won't see any of that down here. Oh, sure. We can heat our dishes on a geyser. I guess you could even call that cooking, but it's nothing like what you're used to. So, are you ready to learn the secrets of underwater cuisine? Very well. If that's what you want to call it. Here, take this recipe. Try it out and tell me what you think. I can tell you everything about this place. My kitchen is the most fascinating spot in the whole realm. Have you seen the carcass of the great serpent yet? Not long ago, they were the source of endless feasts. You need to understand, my child, that nothing goes to waste here. We live in perfect harmony. And that's why when an underwater creature finds the water too heavy to bear, it gives up its body for the benefit of the rest. And that's how we have a nearly endless supply of food. Now, do you see why I'm the best cook you'll ever meet? Of course we do. Why are you so surprised? What's the point of wasting good meat if the soul has already left the body? From your tone, I take it you treat your dead differently. But is it really so strange? Every place has its own customs. I knew you were a smart beast. I can see it in your eyes. Food is the foundation of life. Obviously, the only logical choice is to return to the community that raised you and make sure it's fed. Waste is a sin. I keep saying that. Of course. I'm always prepared if you want something ready-made. A toplander buying from me? My friends will never believe this. Shh. Quiet. Or someone might hear you. I might know another way inside, but nobody can know it came from me. And you'll be using it at your own risk. Well, to become part of our fine society, you have to prove you deserve it. We don't have room for soft-shelled wimps, in any sense of the word. If you manage to get out of the ulcerate alive, everyone knows you can handle yourself, and that you won't cause any trouble because you've already got the rebellious phase out of your system. Fine, but this stays between us. Find Crofton. He should be somewhere near the observatory. He'll show you another way into the ulcerate. Just don't mention my name. There's a reason I stopped working with him. Let's just say we stopped seeing eye to eye on some fundamental dietary values. I wouldn't go there myself. But if you must, you must. Keep your head on a swivel. We don't have to turn owls nearly as much.
You're a toplander. That's amazing. What are you doing all the way down here? A mission? Dear me, that sounds important. If you need any help, feel free to ask me. Although, I'm still quite young, and I don't know much, to be honest. I was hoping that, if you have time during your mission, perhaps you could share some of your knowledge with me. Please? My name is Lyra. I'm a coral shaper. I whittle and mold it, turning it into my own pieces. I create shapes the sea could never dream of. You can have a look if you like. Only, I haven't been able to come up with any new ideas lately. But I'm sure that'll pass. I have some items that came from your land. You know, up there. But no one here knows what they're used for. And I can't for the life of me figure it out. Of course, I have my own ideas, but, I doubt they're anywhere close to the truth. Oh, that's wonderful! Thank you! Let's start with this one. Look, it has all those long teeth. Utterly fascinating. The teeth are sharp, but not sharp enough to cause a serious wound. But you can plunge the whole thing into the ground? So, I figured, it must be for keeping toplanders tethered to the land. Am I right? Ah, you want to know how I figured it out, don't you? Well, from what I know about the surface, you're not surrounded by water. In fact, you're not surrounded by anything. So, it only makes sense that you'd need something to keep your feet on the ground. And this digs right in, holding you steady. Your hair? What? You! And I touched it! take it. I don't want it anymore. I think I'm done for now. Could you come back later? Please? I am? I'm sorry. That's not a word I'm familiar with. I do. Oh, is that what you call coral shapers where you're from? An artist? But you just said they were called artists. That's a different word. But not coral? Why? You don't have it on the surface? Then it's possible you do have coral shapers, and you just don't know them. But you'd still call them artists. I like that. I think I'll start using it for myself. Thank you for sharing this knowledge with me. We've decided to settle near the archive, to stay close to the knowledge. Everyone here dreams of catching a glimpse of what's inside one day. I hope I'll be worthy enough for Urkel to let me in. But as far as I can remember, nobody ever has been. You'd have to be invited by Urkel. And that's it. Ruiko guards the entrance, but don't count on her being lenient. Or bribable. Ugh, if you tried to bribe her, she'd take it as a terrible insult. Oh, would you like to see what I made? Come back soon, won't you?
You, Toplander. This one is shell named Hiss. This one greets you. This one desires your knowledge. This one hungers for knowledge is the most precious thing here. This one has already introduced himself. He is shell named Hiss. But this one wonders, who are you? This one does not believe that is all you are. This one senses you are not alone here. But this one also knows the value of secrets. He hopes the time will come when he gains the knowledge of who you truly are, and why you are here. So the Toplander is also a helper. This one is pleased to hear it. This one cannot leave his post, for the tide of knowledge might pass him by. But this one also has an obligation to a friend, whom he cannot visit. Will the Toplander keep his word? Will you help this one, and this one's friend? The Toplander will feed this one's friend. The friend likes seaweed. The friend hides in a cave. This one will give the Toplander a key to enter. In return for that help, the friend will repay you with knowledge no Toplander has yet held, nor ever will. This one asks that no one learn of the friend's existence or location. The beings here do not understand how important the friend is. They understand all too well, and would harm him for it. This one politely asks the Toplander for discretion. It is a matter of life and death. This one has knowledge, and he enjoys gaining more.
Toplander, thank you for coming to me. Have you seen my sister, Sindril? She's very beautiful. Looks a lot like me. We hatched from the same egg. I miss her so much. This is the second tide since she's been gone. I've asked everyone. I've searched as far as half a day's distance from our home. I don't dare go any further. It's too dangerous. We're both still so young, and I can't risk not being here if she comes back. No one knows anything. But I'm sure that cursed Hiss had his disgusting claws in this. Who else could have taken her? Everyone knows Sindril and I are inseparable. Hiss has his ways. Maybe he put something in our food so we'd fall asleep, then took Sindril. There was one time we had some seaweed that tasted off. Sindril just waved it away. She hadn't had any luck hunting that day, and she didn't want us to go to sleep with empty stomachs. I slept for so long after that. And when I woke, Sindril was gone. Trust me, Toplander. Hiss is the only one of us devious enough to do something like this. I'm sure it was him. Why? You don't believe me? I'm from here. I know what I'm talking about. It must be Hiss. But I suppose on the surface you like to investigate matters, if that's what you can call it. Still, I'm sure I'm right. You'll see for yourself soon enough. I only hope it won't be too late. I'll be waiting here for you. Always swim with the current.
The Toplander has found this one. This one is listening. This one might know what became of Sindril, but why should this one share his knowledge? This one admits that knowledge from the surface is especially valuable. If you answer this one's questions, and if this one does not sense a lie in your voice, then this one will tell you about Sindril. Tell this one, do Toplanders hatch from eggs? This one feels this is not the whole truth. It is your truth. For Toplanders like you, but not all Toplanders are like you. This one doesn't recognize your truth. The knowledge is incomplete. This one will not tell you what he knows about Sindril. This one has knowledge, and he enjoys gaining more.
Halt! No entry to the archive. Not even for you, Toplander. That is true. Sir Urkel guards the knowledge within the archive. But I am the one who guards Sir Urkel's peace. My name is Ruako, and I decide who may pass these gates. Sir Urkel does not wish to speak to anyone. He is terribly busy. Only those deemed worthy are allowed into the archive. Sir Josephus has no authority over the archive. Only Sir Urkel does. While he is occupied with important matters, he has ceded that authority to me. I decide who enters the archive, not Sir Josephus. That is correct. I do not. All the more reason I cannot allow you entry. Tambo is a community formed around the archive. Its people are united in the pursuit of knowledge and improving themselves worthy of its greatest source. Become part of this community. Get to know them, and allow them to know you. Work with them, for the only way to prove true worth is to lend your skills to those in need. Yes, that is what I said. I do not doubt it.
I'm sad. You bring change. Sarras is sinking into sorrow, and I'm sinking with it. Comfort me. Oh,
I didn't see that coming. Not that I actually felt anything, but nobody's ever hugged me before. Thank you, Toplander. My gates are open to you.
Greetings, Toplander. Was it strong currents or a strong will that brought you down from above the roots? I'm Waste, formerly Sarras's most efficient treasure hunter, now a merchant of its spoils. But let's just say I had a nasty accident that made me realize it's a path to nowhere. I didn't survive the ulcerate just to die a stupid death the moment I got outside. I used to dream of glory. But there's a point where you have to accept that dreams should remain just that. Dreams. Otherwise, one day, you'll never wake up again. It's the only one I've got. I hatched weak. The carers at the ulcerate didn't see much promise in me. Waste of a good egg, they'd say. Or I'd hear him muttering, such a waste. It stuck, even though I kept surviving, much to their disappointment. I was even allowed out of the ulcerate, and they patted themselves on the back as if I'd done it thanks to them, not in spite of them. No, it's not a bad name. It reminds me what not to become, and what not to do with my life. I like to think it helped me keep in balance. Yes, hardly the safest choice, or the wisest, in more ways than one. The trouble was, even after I left the ulcerate, it didn't leave me. I still felt I had something to prove. And I did it in the most reckless way possible. Fortunately, I grew out of that. Although rather forcibly. I was nearly boiled alive in the oozing fields. It made me rethink a few choices, and not just mine. Sorry, I'd rather not talk about it anymore. Only the best Sarras has to offer. Take care out there.
Is that you? I've been waiting for you. I'm hungry, my friend. I listened for your steps. I missed your company. So, I wasn't a good friend after all. He sends strangers to feed me, revealing my hiding place. Why, Hiss? How much more knowledge do you need before you value me again? Or have you come to kill me? To poison me so I won't bother him anymore? Sometimes I'm unsure if what I say or do might offend him. His mind is beyond my understanding. It's possible I upset him somehow, even though my intentions are pure, and the knowledge I share is always precious. No problem, friend of his. I'll be waiting right here.
isn't it? Our sky above. We call it the Sky of Roots. I could stare at it for hours. I'm Vandu, keeper of the observatory. As for who you are, you don't need to tell me. I can see everything from here. The voice of the Lord of the Depths is especially clear in this place. Well, I watch the Sky of Roots. I listen to the Lord of the Depths. And when I have a moment, I dream of seeing what lies beyond it. I also enjoy designing things. Devices, mostly. Perhaps one of them will someday let me reach the great deep. You can't really talk to something that's omnipotent. All you can do is listen and try to understand what it wants to tell you. Maybe he's the one inspiring me to break through the Sky of Roots, to be closer to him. Oh, that's very kind of you. And yes, I could use your help. I need someone to bring me essence of scalding steam, a key component of my latest invention. My sister, Waste, used to gather materials for me, but she's been caught up with other duties. Besides, I wouldn't want her wandering into such dangerous places. You'll find the essence of scalding steam in the oozing fields. Here, this container will allow you to gather the essence. Bring it to me, and I'll reward you with one of my more valuable designs. I'll be here, waiting. Oh, this place has called to me ever since I was a tadpole in the ulcerate. My sister never understood my fascination, but I always knew this was where I belonged. Its history reaches back to the very beginning of Sarras. It's almost as old as the ulcerate and the archive. It was built by the first crew. I think they wanted to see what was happening on the surface. I can't see anything myself. Maybe because I'm a deep dweller, but I can hear the will of the Lord of the Depths clearly here. It flows through me and fills me with calm. It's an incredible feeling. It's as unknowable as he is. As long as I feel calm, I know everything is unfolding as it should. I feel that same calm now, speaking with you, and take it as a sign that what we do is right. When I feel unease, I know something's not meant to be. I can't explain it any other way. You'll just have to trust my intuition that our meeting is good and true. Well, I can't be certain, but isn't that what you surface folk call faith? I choose to believe that I hear the voice and feel the will of the Lord of the Depths moving through me. That choice alone is enough to make me happy. Until we meet again, Toplander.